Welcome to CEO via Satellite, a production of Agoracom in which we take the time to speak with small cap executives about recent important developments at their company. With us today, I'm happy to have, for the first time, the entire Namaste family pretty much. I've got Sean Dollinger. He's co-founder, president, CEO. You've seen him on CEO interviews before. We've also got Chad Agati. He's chief technology officer, along with David Hughes, chief marketing officer of the company. Now, the company trades in Canada on the stock symbol N, and for our friends in Germany under the stock symbol M5BQ, Mary 5 Bob Quiet. For those of you who are new to the story, and I'm glad we have a few of you today, Namaste is a fast-growing, revenue-generating company that's emerging as a leader in the massive global trend towards vaping. More than just lip service, the company's already announced that the world's largest e-commerce B2C vaporizer company. Pro forma 12-month trailing revenues at $10 million as of August 31st. They're expecting $15.7 million in 2017, $24.9 million in 2018. They've got 26 e-commerce stores in 20 countries, and their most recent press release, the company announced record monthly sales of over $1 million and 1,308% increase in traffic. From Ireland, gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks so much for having us, George.
Good to see you, George.
Sean, you continue to impress all of us over here because it seems like this is the third country I've spoken to you. Once in Toronto, once in Miami, and now we're talking to you in Ireland. Before I get underway with the questions, why don't you give me a brief intro of the gents beside you?
Yeah, I just thought it'd be neat to speak to you from Ireland. I make it out here a few times a year, but all of our marketing is done out of here, led by David Hughes, who's the CMO of Namaste. He has a phenomenal team that is working in the background still late at night, and all the magic really happens here from the growth of sales. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Namaste wouldn't be where it is today without everybody's hard work here. And Chad actually lives over in Chicago, and he travels quite a bit for Namaste. He works remotely from different offices, and he's down here with the team for the first time as well, all meeting face-to-face. Chad came with the last acquisition that we made with Everybody Does It, and he's absolutely phenomenal, and we're really lucky to have him join Namaste as well.
And for those of you at home who are watching this interview or this company for the first time, take a look at the previous interviews we've done with Sean, where we actually specifically talk about these acquisitions and the integration, the growth, to get more information. But Sean, let's get down to a couple of questions for you first. Fantastic performance. You announced this record number in November, over $1 million in sales, and the traffic increase of 1,300%. Is this growth in line with expectations, or were you even pleasantly surprised by how fast you guys seem to be taking off every month?
Yeah, we were really pleasantly surprised. I've always told you that we have a phenomenal business and fantastic new products. The introduction of PAX 3 coming out and a bunch of new products, the Mighty and Crafty, which is a Stores and Bickle product, have really led the way this past November. And Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we're not the only ones in the e-commerce industry seeing the whole shift to actually buying online rather than going out to shops, etc. So we believe that the growth that we saw this year and what we saw this November continues to grow into the future.
Well, as if your online e-commerce plans couldn't get any stronger, you recently announced something that I was incredibly impressed with. You were one of the few companies selected by eBay to sell products on their brand new category, on their vaporizing category. What does that mean how are you able to pull that off, first of all? Tell us about what that means to the credibility of Namaste, because I know what it means, but to the world. And second of all, how did you pull that off? Because that's an unbelievable coup on the e-commerce side.
Yeah, no, thanks. So believe it or not, we actually have two David Hugheses in the company. So David Hughes Ireland, so David's referred to as David Ireland, and then we have David UK. And David actually led the way for us with eBay. He has over 10 years of experience working with eBay, and he opened the channel to be able to get us approved for that special sector. And we're taking it nice and slow because we want to start it off right. So it's really in the plans for the beginning of 2017. eBay, and with the amount of products we have, which we now have over 2,000 SKUs in our database, when you go on eBay, you got to make sure all the data is perfect and in the spreadsheet. So you just want to start off right. You want to make sure it's tied to the inventory systems properly. I've talked to you about that in the past. You know, you always want to make sure that you're linking to your inventory. It's great to make sales, but if you're upsetting customers by not fulfilling, that channel will go away really quickly. So David and Deborah will be the ones completely responsible for that channel. And then that'll all integrate into our systems, which Chad takes care of.
Is it accurate to say also that being selected by eBay is a real great feather in your cap from a validity point of view? Because I'm going to presume, and we haven't talked about this at all since it happened, that you had to go through a pretty strenuous background test with a company and everything you do in order to qualify and be selected as one of the rare companies on there. So how much does that mean as far as your reputation goes around the world?
Yeah, I think that speaks wonders for itself, being approved by a name like eBay. You know, eBay's one of the, and still is, the global leader of online shopping and auction-based site. And, you know, we believe it's a massive channel for us into 2017 and the future.
David, let's switch over to you. You're in charge of marketing. This is a fast-moving business, and I've got to presume, again, a lot of people are trying to get a piece of it, so it's very marketing driven. How have you stayed ahead of the competition in order to get these kind of traffic numbers and stay number one as far as B2C worldwide e-commerce vaporizing company? How'd you pull that off?
Honestly, mainly because the CEO said to us, look guys, I don't want to go fast, I don't want to go quick, take your time. Do it right, get your foundations right, and give me something that gets better month on month on month. And he genuinely said, look, for the first 3 months, guys, I don't care if it doesn't move, all right? So it gave us the sort of courage, you know, as a team to say, okay, let's not worry about results. Let's just think about the customer, put the whole experience first, and let's sit down and figure out what we need to do to make sure what we do is the best we can. It's the reason why Trustpilot is hitting 9.8 for Namaste. That's the reason why our traffic is returning customers. It's really because from the top down, they said, look, put the customer at the forefront and build it around. If it's right for the customer, it'll work. And that's what we did. We put the customer at the front. It's working.
And I find that interesting because, you know, most companies, I guess that would be in your shoes, would say, you know, market, get Google ads going, get social media going, and just blast it out there as fast as possible. Even if you're running over the customer experience, we need to get there. So you're saying basically the secret to your marketing strength has been slowing down and doing it right rather than just running like a bull and breaking everything in the China shop.
Yeah, sit down and get your big foundation and build on top of it. We took the decision to move away from pay-per-click about a year ago, which was just around the same time that the whole industry was changing. We moved on to organic, and that's exactly what you saw was that growth. And last month, we actually hit the highest traffic levels per website ever. So we now spend no money with Google, zero, but we're bringing in more traffic. It's unbelievable. Google is the judge and jury of everybody. If they turn around and say, guys, what you're doing, the customer loves, that's all you want. And that's all Google has said. You are the best at what you do. Keep doing it, and we keep sending the traffic. We've ended up that we've become so good that all of a sudden the huge suppliers like Pax and Firefly, the people that Sean as the CEO just made proper personal relationships with, they come to us and they say, hey, we're in Europe. The PAX tree is coming out Monday. I was talking to James on Friday, and he goes, seriously, I cannot fulfill half the orders I have, but yours are going out. So it meant that all the customers that pre-ordered with us, because of our brand and how trustworthy we are and what we say we deliver, now PAX Labs turns to us and goes, there you go, guys, you're top of the queue. There's your base. That's why we're growing so well. 2 years ago when we started, we were like everybody else. We were, please, 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 can I help them? Now we're like, yeah, it's a partnership.
So let let me ask you about 2017. You've got your foundation in place. You've got the philosophy in place. Fulfillment's happening. What kind of marketing tools are you going to be using in 2017 to further increase your lead in the space?
What we have spent the last 3 months doing, and invested a lot of resources, a lot of time, and psychologists, looking at the best, not just in our industry, but all industries. So we have now got a template for what will be a fantastic new website in February. We will expect our conversion rates, especially on the companies that we've taken over and merged with, the likes of Edit. So everyone does it. All of a sudden, we're going to put that onto a brand new platform. Our traffic on everyone does it is fantastic. The conversion rates are going to move. Now, when they move, sales are going to go through the roof. It's just going to be beautiful. So we've got that, and we've got celebrity endorsements that we can't really talk about right now because, some of them are very tentative and very big names.
Sean, I like this guy. He gives us more information than you do. I'm liking this guy.
Yeah, so we're going to celebrity endorsement route. We got some huge affiliates that if we pull them off, we will be the biggest by, nobody will touch us. So there's some nice partnerships in the offing. Maybe we'll have this talk in February, and we'll be able to give you some details, some names, and watch the share price go where it tends to go. And comes to the website, and when it's built, this gentleman here beside me, who I kid you not, is a genius. I've worked with a lot of good people.
Dave, that's a perfect segue for me actually into Chad. Chad, great to meet you. Here's the big question I have for you, right? As an e-commerce company, this kind of growth doesn't come without challenges. A lot of people think, they take e-commerce for granted. They think someone places an order, someone on the other end just sits there, wraps it in box, puts the address on and sends it out. But that's not the case, especially when you get into this size of e-commerce. So talk to me first about the challenges you had integrating your acquisitions and getting everybody on the same page and how you solve those challenges.
Sure. I mean, I guess as we grow and we're acquiring other companies, we're bringing in a mix of different platforms, right? Things like Magento, like Shopify, like WooCommerce, et cetera, right? And we have to be able to get that inventory and all that stuff into one system. So basically what we've kind of done is look at how can we best first leverage the technology that we have for the rest of the sites, and then kind of build a platform for growth for the future, right? So to do that, we kind of look at, okay, Shopify seems to be the most reliable platform out there today. If you look at some internet retailer statistics now, there used to be no Shopify stores in the top internet retailer top 100. As this year, yesterday's article was showing about 9 or 10 Shopify stores in the top internet retailer top 100.
Wow.
Which is pretty impressive. So we've decided as a company to focus on Shopify and make that a platform for growth. And then to kind of get around some of those limitations you have with Shopify, things like multiple currencies, multiple languages, multiple stores, that kind of stuff, we've decided to build our own management platform on top of that. So we're basically taking the Shopify infrastructure, right, and then connecting our own management tools to that Shopify infrastructure to allow us to quickly, after acquisition, scan and spin up another store in every country.
So as a shareholder and even as a customer, am I wrong by saying that I should have even more comfort at the end of the day in Namaste because you're working off the foundation of an established technology, big company out there, and that eliminates some of the execution risk at the end of the day. And even though you built your layers on top, you've got a really powerful foundation that reduces risk.
Absolutely. Our foundation, the Shopify, guarantees 5 nines uptime. I mean, that's pretty hard to beat in our space, right? Especially for a company our size. That's incredible. So we've got 5 nines guaranteed uptime from Shopify, an excellent platform for growth. The performance on their platform is outstanding. And then what we're doing internally, building out the management tools for Shopify, being able to quickly aggregate products across all of our stores in multiple languages and in multiple currencies, being able to quickly roll out new designs or new brands via our management platform, things that are going to really help accelerate our growth.
All right, so you've got those. That's how you manage to solve the problems of integration and bring everyone on the same platform. Excellent, because even my limited technology. technology knowledge. I know how tough that is, so that's pretty unbelievable. What kind of challenge you see going forward in 2017, or what are the next hurdles that you want to cross in order to help the company, in order to help Dave do what he's got to do on the growth side?
Sure. So one of our first challenge, I think the problems we're looking at solving in early 2017 is kind of removing the need for developers to launch campaigns, right? Where marketing can be pretty independent and launch complex and proper marketing campaigns without needing to tap a developer to do that and still have it perform at a enterprise level e-commerce, as an enterprise level e-commerce site, right? Not get those kind of small businessy, like clunky feels where we're still able to provide really dynamic and rich experiences and not have to have a very, very experienced JavaScript developer and front-end developer kind of code that up and get those designs done. So basically enabling our internal teams, that's where I see our role where we add the most value, enabling our internal teams to execute.
Now you make it sound pretty easy. So do I take from that you're pretty comfortable? You're going to be able to. You're pretty comfortable with this. You're not worried about 2017.
I'm not worried about 2017. I'm comfortable.
Before I go on to Sean for a last question, Chad, one more question from you. You're from Chicago, right?
Yep.
And I see you got this T-shirt. You look like a football player. So you the office linebacker for Namaste, and when Dave and Sean and the rest of the gang behind you get out of line, you're the guy taking care of everybody.
Not so much. Not so much.
He's the guy that says, "Hey, Dave, you gotta stop, man. I can't do anymore. You know what? This is not possible." And then the next day, he goes, "Okay, Dave, I've sat about it. I've thought about it. I figured it out. And about a month later, all I have to do is press a button." That's what I love about chat. It's like costs have gone to, 10%. It's amazing. We got Darth Vader coming. It's great.
Hey, I love that phone ring. Someone's got the Star Wars ringtone on their phone. That's great. Guys, we've been
back, yeah.
What's really amazing about talking to you guys is that you can feel the teamwork, you can see the teamwork and how well you guys are gelling together. There isn't an ego problem in that room where Sean could say, "Hey, I'm the co-founder and CEO," and Dave could say, "Look, I'm the chief marketing officer and I'm the guy who makes all the sales hum," and Chad's not. It's great that you're not staking out territory and you just keep passing the baton to each other. And that's what's so powerful about these kind of interviews, that this doesn't come through in a press release. So that's why I'm so happy that even though it's pretty late in the night over in Ireland, you guys have taken the time to come on here. So thank you so much, and I hope we have another several more of these, according to Dave, in February. We're going to be looking out for February, so that's awesome. Sean, I'm going to leave last comments to you. What should your shareholders and prospective shareholders, people discovering the company for the first time, look forward to, not just in 2017, but I keep telling everybody this is a 5-year company, but for 2017, and what should everyone be looking forward to out of you guys?
Yeah, so we'd like to continue on with what we've done up to this point. One of the big challenges that we faced up to this point was having, let's say, 27 different websites, needing to log into each website. It was tons of manpower. So all of a sudden, Chad's developing this whole management system. So I'm super excited for 2017. I think we'll actually outperform, and I'll go on the record saying it, outperform 2016 with these systems. And after spending just 2 days here and having these power sessions and having these fantastic talks, what you see from the three of us is literally what we get throughout the whole company. If it's someone packaging a package in our warehouse, if I brought them on to have this meeting or interview with you, you would see the passion there as well. And that's really what Namaste is all about. Namaste Technologies is, here to stay for the long run. I've said it since our first interview, and we expect phenomenal things and a couple more acquisitions. I'm pretty confident in 2017 we'll get under our belt as well.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell everyone at home, especially those who are watching this for the first time, everything Sean has talked about from day one, everything has been met, and quite frankly, it's been overmet, superseded. He's under-promised and over-performed, and that's what makes me so excited about Namaste as a client, as a shareholder, and just knowing that the small cap space needs great winning companies like you guys. So I tell everyone at home, watch Namaste very carefully and look at it as a 5-year project. So guys, Sean, Chad, Dave, and to the whole crew that's there in the background, all of you as well, thanks so much for joining us. This is an amazing interview, and I look forward to the next time we all get together.
Thanks again, George.
See you, George.
You've been watching the team over at Namaste Technologies. The company trades on the CSE under the stock symbol N for Namaste, and for our friends in Germany on Frankfurt under the stock symbol M5BQ. If you want more about the company, get to namastetechnologies.com. Everything you need is there. Also, get to Agoracom, punch in the company's name, stock symbol, get all the information summed up nicely for you, as well as watch all the interviews that Sean and I have already done to date. And thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.